This is Biz with Tanya, brought to you by Wiz Digital Academy, a show for business athletes and online bosses who are ready to take up. So you are leveraging LinkedIn to get clients and to possibly attract your tribe. And you are wondering how you can convert more clients without you having to do cold outreach. Now, this was a question that came from one of the business athletes that attended the Get Clients on LinkedIn session that we hosted. We host this kind of session twice a month, every second Friday. So if you're interested in that, you should follow me on LinkedIn, and you'll find out a lot more about that. And I will link the session here. So this question came afterward when I sent out a questionnaire for those that had any feedback, that had any questions. So I wanted to respond to that. So today's, as you'll see by the title, is how to convert more clients, how to prospect on LinkedIn and convert more clients using content. Now, y'all know I love me some good content, yeah? And I'm definitely a huge advocate for using content, not only for conversion, but establishing yourself as a thought leader and even for opportunities. If you want to get more speaking opportunities, if you don't produce any form of content, people are not going to know how you talk, how you do things, and you definitely are not going to have any form of opportunities, media opportunities in such a manner, even if you're trying to get some more podcasts. So you want to create content for various reasons. So today I wanted to touch base on this. Before we go any further and you're like, I want to use content, but I'm not understanding the agenda of using content, there'll be a link on the content ecosystem that I use in the description box as to why I use it. I'll give you like a 30,000 feet view on why you should look at implementing that, and it will give you an invitation to possibly work with us and how we will teach you that. But you can also find out more through this episode linked here on top on how it came about this whole entire system and how it works. You get me? So let's get into the session. I'm going to share 6 keys that you need to do, but I'm also going to share a scenario, a case study. I have gotten permission from my previous client to share this, so this is why I'm actually sharing it, because I had somebody ask for more practical example of how it works, how to get clients on LinkedIn. One of the things that I love about LinkedIn is that you can bring together demand generation and ABM. If you're not familiar with what ABM is, which is account-based marketing, it's primarily where you target accounts that you really want to work with. For example, you want to work with a big enterprise. So you target key individuals that would have a say to the decision, so that you can connect with them and kind of walk them through the buyer's journey with your content. You get me? So one of the things that I love LinkedIn with that is that you can literally approach an ABM strategy, a very simple one, without even all the tech. So this is what my previous client, Lanray, did. I hope I pronounced it right. My Nigerian brothers, please, if I mispronounce the name, forgive me. So this is what Lanray did. Lanray is a SAP ERP consultant, independent consultant, and he primarily works here in Johannesburg with companies, medium-sized to big enterprises, to implement a lot of take something. That's what I understood. I am the tech girl. So one of the things that Lanray had as a requirement was that the company had to be making in dollars at least 6 figures, and in rands they had to be at least 1.5 million a year to be able to afford the services. And his package was 60 to 100,000 rand for the packages that he was selling. So it's a premium, 60,000, just about $4,000 if I'm calculating off the bat, just about $4,000 and close to $7,000 when you say that in 100,000 rand something day. I'm not too sure I'm just half the bed calculating here, and the rent is not stable right now. So forgive me if I miscalculated. All right. So one of the things that Larry wanted was to get more of such clients because he was getting some of them, but not as many as he wanted, and he was getting a lot more lower budget projects, and he wasn't happy with that. So one of the things that we decided on was that he was going to leverage LinkedIn, because initially he was trying to do this on Instagram. And when we started working together, I told him, Larry, your people are not on Instagram. Your people are on LinkedIn. That's where you will find your ideal clients. And he wanted something that will be quick. This is something that I've done with Larry, but also something that I did with Albert. If you don't know who's Albert, Albert is a previous client. I share his case study inside my free mini course that will be in the description box, then premium clients. So his case study is there. So it's kind of like a similar approach that we used there. So what we did, he identified potential businesses. There are tools that can help you do that. Tech tools that can help you do that. So we identified the companies that he wanted. We had a couple of them between 50 to 100 that he felt that would be suitable for what he wanted. So what we then started doing is started connecting with these people, the people that he felt that would be would have a say to the buying decision. That would be your CEO, that would be the CFO, the managing director, things like that, because these are not usually big companies. This is SMBs, small to medium-sized companies. Those were the ones that he was going for because that's what he wanted. So once we did that, we engineered the content. Now, one of the things I love was combining ABM with demand generation, whereas ABM wants you to do it kind of like one-on-one contact sport kind of marketing. Demand generation is literally you doing ABM at scale. This is how I feel it is. So you have those meaningful conversations with those people at scale. They will self-identify because you have been so niched and really, really understand your ideal buyer that you can literally live in the head. It's like you are living inside the heads. So that's what you do with your content. And if you're wondering how to do that, there's another episode up here on demand generation that was released a few days ago. So you may want to check that out as well after you finish this video, okay? Then you go and check that out. So that's what we did. He connected, engineered those conversations, then connected one-on-one with them because that's how you make sales, and eventually landed a couple of those accounts. Now, one of the things I'm going to highlight here, and especially when it comes to content creation for a lot of people that are going to want to do this, you need to understand, first of all, from what paradigm are you creating content. There are essentially two types of content creators, and this is something that I have to point out because recently in a conversation with somebody, they were like, oh, you are a content creator, you should relocate to the States because people are having a lot of opportunities here as content creators. And I can understand why people feel that way, because some people, there's a spectrum to content creation that people are most familiar with. So let's first understand this. What is your identity in content creation? There are two types of content creators. There's the content creator that is building a following because they want to get deals, sponsorships, things of the sort. So this is a content creator that is building an audience for the following, first of all. So I love the distinction that I heard somewhere in the previous podcast where somebody said that he refers to them as influencers, and then you have the people of influence. So, and this is something also that I've kind of identified. People of influence are different to influencers. So you have the content creator that build the influence, they become an influencer, and then they realize that, yeah, I can actually create a business of being a content creator. So what do? They create an offer that will appeal to the audience that they have built. But then again, there's the content creator who's a business owner like myself and a number of other people who ideally has an offer, knows who they're going to sell it to, but they want to figure out how they can get these people into the door. And they leverage content to get the people they want to sell into the door to get to know them. So you need to understand the different paradigm when it comes to that. So a great example, for example, I would say for, let's say, the first one, Vanessa Lau. Amazing content creator, created content for a while on YouTube. She's a YouTuber, blew up, was one of her video when it came to Instagram, doubled down on that, then created a program that teaches how to leverage Instagram to get clients. You get me? Then you have people like Chris Walker, for example, has a company, was creating a company, leverage content to drive revenue for his business. I hope that makes sense. So you need to understand and distinguish from where are you creating content, because when you understand this, you are less bothered by engagement. If you are creating your content for the purpose of driving revenue for your business, in fact, outside of views, outside of this outwardly engagement, like likes and comments, you are trying to get people to consume your content. So you have 10, if you have 10 people, 20 people, 30, 50 people that consume your content, that means it's 50 ideal clients out there that now knows you and may be considering working with you because you engineer your content in that manner. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing.
We will be back shortly with your episode. Right now, let's hear a quick word from today's episode sponsor.
Are you looking for a simple way to start making sales? Then you'll want to check out our coaching program, Easy Sales Blueprint. Finally, an easy way to sell your program or service. Discover the simple steps to creating a lucrative coaching or consulting business. The Easy Sales Blueprint gives you a step-by-step method to easily make more sales without spending all day on social media, cold outreach, and hitting the door to try a good old-fashioned door-to-door sales system. Apply today by heading to tiny.cc/getmoresales to find out how we can help you achieve online sales success. Something that some of you may not like, but to convert more people, more prospects into your offers, you are going to want to show up on video and share your perspective. I'm sorry, yeah. You are going to want to do that. I've seen a number of coaches, consultants wanting to create faceless brands where they don't have to show their face. Here's the thing. Video, if you're watching this video right now, I am building trust. We are building a relationship. We are having a conversation. You will feel after a few videos that you know me. It's a contact sport. Sales is a contact sport. Now, if you don't want to show up on video, you don't want to share your perspective because you don't want to raffle feathers, then don't get mad if you don't get clients. I am point blank saying that you have to create content to convert, not just for the sake of brand awareness. Some people do not agree with me. Some people will not say that I'm right. They will say you are wrong. You're supposed to just focus on brand awareness. Some people will say you shouldn't create content, you should just do cold outreach. So I am sharing my perspective. And right now, if you are paying attention to me, then you are buying into my perspective that you have to create content to get more clients. And the content should be a sales engine and not be just a marketing engine. This is what I've been saying. But some people will say, no, go check, there's a video, a show that I did here on YouTube where I shared that. There were a lot of people that disagreed. But there were also a lot of people that agreed. Because now that is my narrative, that is my perspective, and this is what gets me clients, because the people that comes to me want to leverage content to get more clients. So you gotta be willing to do that. Number 3, you have to create content from the buyer's perspective, not just your own perspective. It's lovely, I'm getting followers. It's lovely, subscribers. It's lovely, somebody liked my post. It's lovely, somebody commented on my post, but that is not necessary. It's not the main agenda. Your main agenda when you create content is for the purpose of having a conversation with your prospect. You need to create a conversation with your prospect and your ideal buyer. What do they need to know today so that they can make a buying decision today, tomorrow, or the next 30 days, or in the next year? What do you need them to know? That's how you need to create content from a buyer's perspective. Another thing, this is number 4, you want to address perceived risks and the risks of not doing anything. Let's say, for example, somebody that wants to create content, but I feel that it will not work. I need, in my content, a lot of times, I address why do they feel it's not working, what is the problem, why they should, that video on content, why they should create content. I continuously share that because I want people to understand that. And I want them to understand why, if they don't create content, they cannot get more clients and they cannot grow and scale the business. That's my perspective. And that's what I share. And the people that eventually come to work with me, they understand that they have to move in this direction. So you need to address perceived risks and risks of not doing anything. If they don't do anything, well, these are the risks. This is what your business may die because of ABC, or you may struggle in the long run to get more clients and you have to continuously lower your prices. Because that is the reality. If you don't create content, you don't generate demand, essentially. And essentially, what are you doing? You are trying to capture demand where everybody is at. And then what do you have to do? You need to lower your prices because nobody is buying from the point of affinity to your brand. So I share that, and I shared it in this actual video I'm pointing out here. So I'm sharing a lot of perspective here. Then you want to create conversations. There's a concept that I teach, which is the concept of open conversations. It is also here on the channel. I'll post out a video here that explains that in a lot more depth. But open conversations are one-on-one conversations, but at scale. So like now, I'm having an open conversation. You are watching this video, it's just me and you. We're having a conversation. But there's somebody else watching that video now as well. And there's somebody else that will watch it tomorrow. Somebody else will watch it 30 days from now. Another person a year from now. We are having a conversation. One-on-one, but at scale. So one of the things is that when you are creating content, you want to be able to create conversations, not only through videos, but even when you post content, you want to invite conversations in the DMs. You want to invite conversations in the comments because sales is a contact sport. The more people are in contact with you, the more they trust you, the more they get to know you, the more they respect you because now they're having these one-on-one conversations with you. And you are getting through the objections because they will have questions and you are able to answer that. So it's important to create conversations with your content. Whether the conversation is happening one-on-one like this, on video, and it's happening in the heads, or it is happening in the DMs. Your content is for a purpose to also create conversations. And the final piece is stop talking about your processes and focus on talking about the end results. So a few days ago, and a couple of days ago, actually, I've been getting these messages a lot where some people reach out to me and they'll be like, I've been trying to build brand awareness. I'm using ads. I'm doing ABCD. I'm trying to grow my following. However, what they are telling you is the process, but what you are not seeing is the fact that the reason why they're doing all that is because they want to create more opportunities to generate pipeline and revenue. So when I'm creating content, and speaking to that. So it's important that you focus on talking about the end process, the end result, and less about the processes. And that is how you will convert more clients with your content. Now, if you want assistance with that, the link to book a consultation will be in the description box, where we can take a look at your business and see if we could be of assistance and possibly give you some guidelines if we're not, and guide you in the correct direction. But yeah, book a consultation, download one of the free courses, follow me on social media, and let's continue the conversation there. So on this note, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.